Welcome back, guys. In this lecture, we are going to discuss about shared access signature. So let's move to the portal, open your storage account. Now, you can authenticate your storage account through access keys or through Azure Active Directory. If you see here access keys, if you are going to share your access keys, that means you are going to share your whole account with admin privilege. Okay, so that means the user or the end user who have this access key, he can access your storage account with full access, with full admin access to your all storage services. Okay, now what we need some granular permission. So for applying granular permission, we have shared access signature here, which we can apply to our account. That means there are two scope level for applying shared access signature. One is your account and another one is your resource. Okay, so let me open my blob. So I can apply shared access signature on my resource level or on my account level. So let me show you this file, image file. So I can select this file, click on this file. So here you can see I can generate a SAS. Now there is a difference between account level SAS or a resource level SAS. So let me open a duplicate tab, then we would be able to understand this. So if you see here, if I'm going to open my account level SAS here in this tab, so these are the permissions. Okay, now here you see on resource level you have only four permissions: read, create, write, and delete. Okay, so now if you are going to manage your storage account through Storage Explorer and you are going to add your account through a shared access shared token, shared access as SAS, through SAS token or through SAS connection string, so at that time list permission is required. Okay, which is not in your resource level. So that means the SAS which is generated through resource level, that SAS you cannot add through your Storage Explorer. Okay, in your Storage Explorer tool. So right now I'm going to show you how you will generate SAS through your storage account. So these are the services, allowed services. I am going to allow SAS for all. These are the allowed container. So that means service, container, and objects. Then permissions. So allowed permissions, I'm going to allow here read, write, delete, and list, not add, not create. Update and process is for queue services, which I'm not going to apply right now here. If you want to see, these permissions will vary as per the services you have selected. Okay, you want to learn, so you can click here, learn more, and then you would be able to see the documentation page. Okay, which says permission will be applied to which account. So here you will see resource type permissions. So you can see a read which will be applied to service, container, and objects, and write will be applied to service, container, and objects, and delete will be applied to uh, containers and objects except queue messages. Okay, so that means delete will not apply to queue messages. List will apply to service and container resource only. Add will be applied to following objects, and queue messages for table entries and append blobs. Create will be for objects like blob and files. User can create a new blob or new files. So update is for queue messages and table entities. So these are the permissions which you can check as per your service which you are going to use. Now here, that means through SAS you can manage your permissions more granularly rather than using access keys. Rather than sharing access keys, you can create a SAS signature which will use your access key for your token purpose. So here you can specify your start time and end time for your this signature. So this will be valid for the given time. So there's a time restriction also. You can select your UTC. You can select allowed IP address. That means if you're going to share this SAS with some on-premise network, so you would be able to share with, you can specify your subnet address. If you have hybrid connectivity, then you would be able to access this shared access signature through allowed IP address, which you can specify here. Protocols would be HTTP only, HTTPS only, which we are going to use, which is more secure. Now connection string. Now this says shared access signature will use your access key. Now which access key you want to map with this shared access signature, you can use. So I'm going to use key one. Then there is option generate SAS and connection string. Click on it. So this will generate a connection string. So you can see here connection string is generated here. How you will use these connection string, I will show you in next lecture when I will show you demo of Storage Explorer. At that time I will show you how you will use, or I can show you in AZ copy also. So if you are going to copy this connection string or is this URL, copy this URL. Let's understand this. So that is your URL. So basically that is your storage account information. That is URL endpoint of your storage account, blob storage account. Then that is your version, it says version. Then this is the service which you are using, SAS service. And then there is a scope, then your permission, your end time, start time, and your protocol signature which you are using here. So that is your shared access signature. So that is the service which you are using, like service container and object, okay, which you are going to allow through this shared access signature. These are the permissions, okay. That is your SAS end time, that is your start time, and that is your permission, the protocol, sorry. And this is your signature, that means key which you are using for your SAS. So that is the basically URL, okay, which you will get when you will generate a SAS. Now I'm going to show you a SAS on resource level. So I'm going to give a read permission. REST information, I'm going with the default like start and date. And HTTPS, I'm going to use key one, I'm going to use generate SAS token and URL. So here you can copy this URL and you can paste here, and you would be able to access your service, your image, which is shared with your SAS URL. Okay, now this image will be available only for the given time, okay. So at the time which is specified, you would be able to access this image through the SAS URL, and then with the given permission, correct. And you can map this SAS with your storage account, storage explorer, so that you would be able to manage your storage accounts with specified permission. That I will show you in next lecture. Thank you guys.